Hello. Hello. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? We want to make sure this is going okay this time. Run the output right. Yeah. This is the one.
What are you talking about? What are you gauging? Input is what you want.
Yes.
There's no output at all at the moment.
You can hear us correctly, right? Loud and clear. What's going on, people? How are you? How are you? So we're going to make this an efficient live stream. I know we always say that we stream for an hour and a half, but I got a collab scheduled later today. Or Olivia, my girlfriend, who's in the chat right now, might need surgery. And if that's the case, I got to cancel everything and jet over to her based off this emergency situation. Pray she doesn't need surgery. Everyone pray.
Yeah, the more you like and comment, the less surgery she'll need.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how
I believe in positive energy, so make sure to do it. I love you too, James. Yay, you guys are all great. Listen, it's the last day of the month, and there's one more Patron of the Day shout out that we did not do before the month is over, and that's going out to Luke Anderson right now. Luke, we're live, unedited shout out for you, buddy. What I remember about you, since we haven't talked in a while, is that you are like Tom Hanks from Castaway, except you don't fuck up on your job and you actually get things done. Hard worker, leader, dad is religious, but you're not religious. Well, you kind of are. I don't know. We'll complete it more of a better shout out towards the end of this. Guys, Batman is not going to be Ben Affleck anymore. Isn't that exciting stuff? Doesn't that suck?
So wait a minute. You mean Batman is going to stop playing Ben Affleck in real life?
Yeah.
So who's going to be Ben Affleck now?
Matt Damon's going to be Ben
Affleck.
Yeah,
Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's big news that was we already kind of knew.
Well, I think it is official. Like I was talking with my lady yesterday, and she was saying that like it's official. I couldn't find anything, but then I saw that Ben Affleck retweeted something about from Deadline that the headline was about how he's not going to be Batman anymore, and he was pretty much like, "Yep." Well, this is some exciting news, John. We should channel our movie news personality. Well, what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, I think it's going to affect the
John?
Marketplace in a big way. Yeah. The cinema landscape. Ooh, Tiffany Hoffman. Thank you so
Hoffman,
much.
Any super chats that come in, I'm just going to screenshot them and make sure to get to your questions. Thanks, Tiffany Hoffman. We will get to you in a second. John, please continue.
Oh, my goodness.
How John Campia handles these super chats, I don't know.
He's a man with a lot of focus. Yeah. Oh, boy. I don't know what this is going to do. I feel like, we kind of already had this theory in mind that he wasn't going to return after the miserable experience it seemed like it was for him.
Well, I think it's safe to say we all knew Ben Affleck would not be returning due to his alcoholic ways, his obvious lashing out in a passive-aggressive way in interviews about fandom and everything. So it's pretty obvious Ben Affleck was indeed not going to return. And plus, if he's just not happy doing it, I don't want him to be doing it. That said, hey, Andros the Warrior, greetings to you, my friend. Up screenshotting before it gets too big. What sucks is, Ben Affleck, I did think was great in BVS. It's funny because he was someone who a lot of people were talking so much shit on. And I remember we did a video about it before this channel was popular at all. We did a video about it, and I think we were in support of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's that argument of like we how many controversial castings for superhero movies have turned out all right. I bet this will be probably fine. And he's a big Batman fan.
He was the best part of BVS. He was the best part of BVS. And this is officially confirmed that he's not going to be reprising the role for Matt Reeves specifically, because honestly, we were doing let's go. Let's try to be a little more sincere now. Let's try to be sincere. I'm trying to switch out of sarcasm movie news mode into sincerity. We were doing a Q&A recently, and I'm really loving how the DCEU, or whatever the fuck they call it, is expanding and what it's shaping up to be. I love how their two biggest films right now is Wonder Woman and Aquaman being the face of DC, which is such a weird thing. It's something that's really unexpected. Benjamin Warren. Okay. Wow. We're getting some unexpected super chats. Thanks, guys. I'm screenshotting all of them. We will answer your questions at the end. I really like that we're getting such a distinct variety of films. Like, it seems like that thing that was really criticized of how they were kind of rushing to be like in the mashups and the team ups, and their course correction is drastically working in their favor. I love that Aquaman and Wonder Woman feel so different from one another. Shazam feels different than those films. This standalone Joker origin movie that's going to be R-rated, I'm excited for. The Birds of Prey, even that 20-second tease that kind of had this like Annapurna like neon kind of vibe to it. I'm really digging where the DC is shifting towards and everything they're doing now. And then they're saying Batman's going to be like a noir detective film, something that we've heard Matt Reeves comment on several times. And this film officially has a release date. So I'm excited to see what they gear up for in this film. I feel like no one's really bummed anymore that, you know, Ben Affleck's not going to be in it, because I think we've all kind of prepped ourselves for that. Thank you, Corey. Thanks, Clash. Thanks, Justin. Okay, don't worry. We will answer all these. Wow, you guys are being very supportive right now. Thank you.
All these live streams will be DC.
I'm going to suck all your dicks later. Don't you guys worry, okay? So, and I guess like when it comes... I'm more excited for the direct. What's cool about this is before it was like Ben Affleck's going to star, direct, write it. Now he's not doing anything.
Yeah.
But the way DC's kind of working, especially with the fact that they have a standalone Joker origin movie, it kind of makes me wonder, are they like shaping up some type of Elseworlds thing? Could Ben Affleck's Batman still kind of exist as an older Batman? And then you kind of have a different actor playing Batman, either in a younger version, maybe it is modern day time, or it's an Elseworlds version. You know, that's kind of where I feel like DC's kind of setting themselves up where they can kind of do anything now.
Well, yeah, I mean, my theory on this, and I just hope that it's true. I don't know if it's true at all, because again, the two acceptably, agreeably good DC movies have been two movies that are groundbreaking in a way, but are very superhero movie at the end of the day. And I feel like what I'm hoping their theory is moving forward is we're going to make our universe a lot more modular than the Marvel universe. Instead of trying to fast forward into what Marvel is, I feel like maybe with all these weirdly disconnected things on their slate, maybe that's the direction they're going to go in. Crossover occasionally, but have a lot of different contained stories that get to be their own little universes. And that could set them apart from Marvel. Right. And it could make it less devastating every time an installment maybe doesn't go the way they hoped.
I feel like I'm way past the whole discussion now of like making sure you set yourself apart from Marvel and all these things. I feel like with Wonder Woman and Aquaman, they've already done that. The fact that those two movies are the face of the DC universe now, I feel like they've already succeeded. Even like, it's just such a strange thing for Jason Momoa to be the main face now of the DC universe. And it's kind of like Iron Man and Robert Downey Jr. being the face of the MCU. Robert Downey Jr.'s personality fits really well with who Tony Stark is from the comics, whereas Jason Momoa is so different from Aquaman, yet he's redefined it in the cinematic landscape. And
Aquaman's a character who needed more help. I mean, they basically made Aquaman just to heighten Jason Momoa.
And I like
Jason Momoa.
That's what I mean. I love that weirdness about it. I'm loving what DC is currently slating up to do. I used to kind of be annoyed by the announcements of the Batworld stuff without having Batman in it. But now I've kind of shifted into this guy who's really loving, like, oh, that's cool, having a Birds of Prey movie without Batman being a focus in it, but having all these characters that exist within the Batworld. That is so unique for a universe expansion to do that already, just by committing to this arena. Separates itself from Marvel and already, I really like they've already successfully done it in separating themselves.
With Wonder Woman, I agree with you. With Aquaman, not so much, just because I feel like Marvel could have easily made that movie. It's not very it's just not very far away from the aesthetic earmarks that make a Marvel movie what it is. It's just not, at least Wonder Woman for the first two acts tries to hint at a larger thing.
If anything, Wonder Woman's a little bit like Captain America, but whatever.
It is like, they're both superhero movies. And it is like Captain America in a way, but at least breaks ground in one way Marvel did not, which was, with diversity and representation. But
I love that the face of the DC movies are not generic white people too.
Oh yeah, that's nice. I mean, they've broken some ground. They've broken some ground. They've got an Israeli lady and a Samoan guy, so that's cool.
That's
I'm
cool.
down for that.
Which gets me excited for who is gonna replace Batman. No Tom Hardy. All right, he gets cast. He's the main option for everything. I know there's probably going to be a lot of Jake Gyllenhaals. You go Jake Gyllenhaal all the time. You know, people always say that. But
I can see it.
Diversity. That's what we need. Diversity. That's all that matters.
Are you about to jokingly bark up a pretty good tree?
No, Idris Elba would be
Why not?
great. He'd be great. That dude in Crazy Rich Asians, I feel like would be a great Superman or Batman.
Sure.
The main guy there. Thanks, Justin.
A lot of people be saying Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Oscar Isaac.
Of course, good actor.
Of course, good white. Well, he's not white, is he?
I don't think he's
like Mexican
like
or
a
something.
fully white guy.
Henry Golding. That's the motherfucker's
Henry
name. That's who I was talking about. I don't even care if they're good actors, as long as it's diverse. Go to Chinatown and grab an Asian guy off the street.
Oh yeah,
Put him as Batman, and we're happy, people. Diversity.
Get the
Push
guy who was get Byung-Hun Lee, who was in the G.I. Joe movie, I think, and the other one. I had his name, but the Magnificent Seven, the guy from the Magnificent Seven remake.
Chris Pratt, man.
Asian
Chris
actor.
Pratt
No.
would be great.
No,
Chris Pratt or
Tired of Chris
Denzel
Pratt.
Washington would be perfect choices. Okay,
I feel like John Hamm should be Superman.
perhaps. Well, I mean, if they're going for a younger Batman, I don't feel like John Hamm's the direction to go, guys. Well, I think we're done. Okay, we will circle back to all the thoughts and opinions on the Bat movie. I'm excited for it. Matt Reeves has been gearing up for it and has successfully reiterated what he's doing with the film for 2 years now. That's exciting. James Gunn, apparently, we all saw this coming too. These announcements that everyone's freaking out about are things we all saw coming. James Gunn officially directing Suicide Squad 2. That is not a surprise at all. I mean, that's
got
cool.
him to write it, and if he's taken like misfit villainy characters and turning them into kind of heroes, I mean, he wrote and directed that movie for Marvel, so why wouldn't he write and direct it for us?
It all goes hand in hand.
If he's gonna write it.
It all goes hand in hand with the interesting direction that DC's kind of taking with revamping some things, but also not completely starting from scratch. Like, oh no, we're still going to keep Wonder Woman and Aquaman, but we're going to reboot Batman, who already had a team up with Wonder Woman and Aquaman, and we're going to revamp Suicide Squad. But we're also going to do Birds of Prey. So Harley Quinn still exists here with Margot Robbie, but she might not be in Suicide Squad 2 because it's going to be a whole different kind of crew in this time around. So it's a little bit confusing, but I'm so fascinated by how everything's going to sort of shape up and turn out to be, because is it going to be confusing for audiences where you're like, wait a minute, is this completely revamped? Because I swear I saw Aquaman and Wonder Woman, those two actors with a Batman already, you know?
Yeah, I will gladly take the confusion over the sort of like, I can see exactly what you're trying to do, and you're not doing it with any finesse, you know, like I would rather have a thing to figure out that's maybe interesting, you know, and kind of different and has variety to where you know that this isn't riding on everything is part of the same thing. So if one's bad, it's actually not that catastrophic.
Yeah, exactly. I'm excited for what James Gunn's going to do with this. You know?
Yeah, I think he's kind of the perfect. I mean, I thought David Ayer was a good guy for the job too, but I think he's an even gooder guy for the job.
Look,
guy.
You get an Arabian guy to play Batman, and then you go hardcore with Suicide Squad 2 by introducing a lot of James Gunn's pedophile jokes. And we got solid material.
That'll be the Suicide Squad, as they're all pedophiles. And then we'll blame it on you if the mission goes wrong.
This is when we get hate. This is when we lose everyone. Too far.
Well, you know, it's a weird time to be alive.
I do think James Gunn would do a fantastic job with Suicide Squad 2. I really do. I do feel like he should have had a meeting with Disney or like something that should have been discussed as opposed to just canning him. It's cool that Warner Brothers is like, we gotta capitalize on all this hate.
Like, hey, we're not Captain Family over here, all right? Did you see that last Batman Superman movie? That was dark as shit.
Yeah, I hope they let him make an R-rated movie though. That would be so cool.
That would be nice.
James Gunn can go back to that, like an R-rated film. Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
With more of those pedophile jokes.
Well, that'll be the ultimate villain is Twitter, is they have to go back and expunge all their tweets.
Yeah.
But then they can't. And Steppenwolf is back and he gets a hold of the tweets.
Yeah.
And there you go. That disseminates them throughout the universe. And
that's great stuff, man. Well,
thank you.
I'm excited for where DC's turning into. Let's keep this open over here. Guys, we're going to go over some of the super chats that we got because normally we only get like one or two. And then like a few of you guys have contributed to the super chat quite a bit. So thank you. Tiffany Hoffman was our first one. She said, I want to know if Howard the Duck going to ever get a reboot. Can you ever successfully properly do a Howard the Duck reboot, though? What makes it so special is how terrible that first one was. It's gained a cult following over time that if you try to replicate it in any capacity or try to make it good, it's just, I feel like it would just overall totally miss the mark if you did that. John, what are your thoughts on a Howard the Duck reboot?
Actually, I think this could work. You get Phil Lord and Chris Miller to write it, Andy Serkis to direct it, you're gold.
You know what? Movie Fight 1. You did it, John.
Thanks, man. Just mocap that duck and you're good to go.
And you slap Phil Lord and Chris Miller on anything, then we're A-okay.
Because they can take things that shouldn't work and make them work.
Oh, I missed a question.
I missed the name.
Oh, I missed the name. I totally, when there was a bunch coming in, someone, I'm sorry for not shouting your name out properly. We need to figure out how to just view the super chats.
What happens when you use the pop-out chat?
Someone say, I'm sure we'll find it like after the live stream's done. Hi, Real Rejects. Who do you want as a new Lex if we can recast that role?
Vin Diesel.
I was always on board for I have a collab set up at 1:30, and I feel like I'm just gonna blow all my energy on this live stream before that collab happens. Who do you want as a new Lex? I was way on board for Bryan Cranston to be a new Lex. I know that
that'd be cool.
I just happen to wear the Heisenberg beanie, but I know the bald look automatically associates him with Heisenberg, Walter White in Breaking Bad. But I always felt that he would be a perfect Lex Luthor, in my opinion.
See, that's where I would put like an Oscar Isaac or something like that. Like shave his head, see how that goes. Because I feel like Bryan Cranston is a good choice, but I also feel like I've seen him do. I feel like I've seen him do what his Lex Luthor might be, and then it'll just have a new name on it.
Oh, interesting.
Whereas, yeah, like somebody like that who's like, okay, you've been around for a little while, you're established, you're maybe more manly or just more mature than a Jesse Eisenberg, right, but you got the intensity and the chops. I think he could do it.
True. I think he would be a fantastic one. And let me see. Maybe I did it properly on a different one. Clash with the Spree says, what do you think of Legion of Super Pets movie? That sounds great.
All about it.
Oh, wait. Legion of Super Pets. I forget it. Someone already attached to that movie? Can you actually know what? We're doing a live stream. Why don't we just ask the crowd here? Is someone already attached to direct that movie or write that movie? Because I know it's like they got like a cow bat or something like that. Bat cow or something like that. It's like this weird ass thing. I think that's a cool idea.
From that obscure issue where Batman has a farm.
Well, I think with going back to Phil Lord and Chris Miller and also with the Spider-Verse has proven with Phil Lord and Chris Miller's involvement in there, I think that we're probably going to see a lot more of these. I heard about the Batman Beyond animated movie that they're working on, which I'm very excited for. I loved Batman Beyond when I was a kid, and I've always thought that it would be I've always wanted a live action version of Batman Beyond, but I feel like you really got to build to that. Yeah, and unfortunately, we always end the franchises or replace the actors. I feel like we're never going to properly get there. But I think it might be kind of neat if they decide to do a live action Batman Beyond, and you brought Ben Affleck back for that. That would be pretty sweet if they did that.
That would be cool. Yeah, I mean, Ben Affleck's Batman. Yeah. I really want him to have a chance to shine if he ever comes back, because I like his Batman in BVS and all that stuff, but even then, I don't think he really got a chance to shine. Saucy
B, don't worry, we'll get to you, buddy.
Saucy B.
I think okay. So Justin Bad health?
Battelt?
Do you think Affleck can come? Maybe since it's a young Batman, he's only temporarily leaving. I doubt it. I think it's sort of considered though. Well, it's kind of what we were talking about at the top, Justin, of the idea that it might be Elseworlds, or if it is a younger version, you could still keep older Batman. But from what Matt Reeves has said about that there will be a rogues gallery already, and that Batman will have already been an established superhero, that it kind of makes a timeline, because it's kind of the How I Met Your Mother problem.
Yeah.
Where for some reason the actor who plays Ted eventually turns into who's the guy who does the voiceover of How I Met Your Mother? The guy
Bob
from
Saget.
Yeah, about like why did the guy who just voiced Ted turn do the voiceover? You know,
especially when we see him older later and it doesn't have that voice.
Because whatever younger version you get of Batman won't be that much younger than Ben Affleck, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like you got an 18-year-old Batman and a 50-year-old Affleck, you know?
Yeah. You don't want yourself in a Glass situation where like the older character is actually a younger actor and you have weird old age makeup.
This might be a little strange.
I think, but like Ben Affleck for like an old Batman would be freaking cool.
That's what
I think that would be
if they are committing to, because like if you have the Harley Quinn still sticking around, right? If you have Harley Quinn as Margot Robbie, obviously still sticking around, then that means that Jared Leto's Joker can still definitely exist. They said he exists, but he can most likely still exist. And then you have the Joaquin Phoenix Joker one. So what? I feel like you can have two Batmans in there. It sounds fucking weird, but you know, it's cool. Jenna Randolph, I just replied to you on Patreon earlier. Thanks for being here. We will answer your question in just a second. We need to know how to monitor these better.
There's got to be like a menu. I've seen people do it, and I don't know how.
Greetings, you two, from Andros the Warrior High Alpha. He says, "Oh, we are way out of focus. Get the focus. What's happening with the focus? Oh, there it is. Greetings, you two. Big fan. Enjoyed watching your videos. Plus, how about this? Ben Affleck as Isaac Clarke for Dead Space. Think about it. Honor to meet you."
Oh, well, man.
Let's just pretend we know what the fuck he's talking about.
I mean, Dead Space is a survival horror sci-fi video game, and I assume that Isaac Clarke is the lead. And
that's about as much as we know.
I mean, I've been hoping. Weirdly enough, I've been hoping that they would make a Dead Space movie, because that's a combination of ideas I really like.
Let's look up Isaac Clarke from Dead Space here and see what he looks like. I like this. The silence of a live stream is just so gripping.
No, man, it's real.
I mean, I would need to be more familiar to properly know, but I feel like Ben Affleck is can kind of blend into almost any genre. You know, he was an actor who used to just suck, but now he's like such a cool actor, you know.
Oh, maybe I don't know if I feel like he could blend into any genre, just because I haven't seen him do a bunch of them.
Dude, he was an autistic accountant who was a hitman. Very accurate and not offensive at all to people with autism.
I know he can do action and dramas and, you know, comic book stuff, but like I've never seen him in an all-out sci-fi or an all-out horror movie, or
he's not that into you. Scene Stealer.
So great.
Sci-fi? Dude, I don't want to close my eyes.
Oh yeah,
I don't want to fall asleep. Animal Crackers on Aerosmith's daughter.
All that. CGI.
I think he would be I feel like for anything action related, he could do. He's a great action actor. I think.
Do action.
I think he's a great action actor, especially after like The Town. The Town, man, was just awesome. Justin says, I have real autism, and I loved Affleck's performance. Represent, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's awesome, dude.
Hey, I mean, that should be the community speaking up, I guess, the most.
Yeah.
On the topic, offering opinions about it.
Okay, I was just making sure we're going through the super chats here. Oh, gosh. It's sometimes when you screenshot these, you miss them a little bit. Benjamin Whitten says, who do you guys think will take up the cow? You know, I saw something going around for Armie Hammer. There's a lot of people going for that Armie Hammer. I would not want Armie Hammer to play Batman. I'm sorry. I just would not want him to do that.
I like Armie Hammer, but I don't know if I would choose him.
No, don't worry, Jenna. We did not miss your question. We just got a few to go through here. Benjamin, who do you think would take up? Okay, an honest answer who I think would be a good Batman to take up the mantle. I would like as much as I was making jokes and cracks about diversity, I do think that Henry Golding would be a cool, interesting Batman to take up. You need someone who is dark, though. I don't really see the dark side of him, but I feel like actors generally would be. They're probably trained enough to learn how to do the darker elements of performances, you know?
Oh, yeah. I think that's a good call, actually. Who would I want to be the new Batman? That's a tricky one. Logan Marshall Green.
Logan Marshall Green would be a great Batman, actually.
He could do it. He could do it.
He'd be perfect. Yeah, I would love to see that. That's a great call.
I'm just gonna throw my man out. I'm gonna make him I always pitch this guy for everything. He's my Idris Elba.
He's your Idris Elba for that capacity. Okay, I'm trying to get all the questions here organized because I don't know how to properly work this. All right, Jenna Randall says, "What about a new Batwoman?" Well, don't we already have Ruby Rose in there as Batwoman? And I thought people were liking her. Do people like Ruby Rose?
Well, they drove her off of social media for a while.
People drive people off social media all the time.
Now, isn't that weird?
It's just a thing that happens.
Weird thing to get used to. You know what I do hope, which is just a side note, but I would love it because he said the Batman is just a working title, and I would adore it if they just called it Detective Comics, because like
Detective Comics.
Yeah, that's where the old Batman comics came from.
What about the Dark Detective?
Oh, sure. That works too.
I feel like calling it Detective Comics.
It would confuse people. You need Batman in the title, but I
don't like the idea of comics in the title. I like the idea of detective being in the title.
Okay. Detective Comics is an actual thing, so I was just like, oh yeah, that's source material. So like, cool, call it that. But I get you.
But doesn't DC mean Detective Comics?
Oh, is that what that means?
Or Dick Clark, one of the two.
District of Columbia?
I don't know.
That might be. Maybe that, yeah, you could be right.
I mean, guys, doesn't DC stand... Well, Justin, the guy who did Super Chat, says DC stands for Detective Comics.
Well, there you go. I learned a piece of history today.
John,
then, the Dark Detective.
You gotta prep. This is why we edit, guys.
Yeah, this detail was the one that I should have been looking up all along.
But yeah, as far as a new Batwoman, I think introducing Batwoman into the movies would be a cool idea. Yeah. I don't know who you would get to play as Batwoman, but
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep could do anything, guys. Yeah. Emily Blunt. Put her in there as a new Batwoman. Ronda Rousey. Gina Carano.
the two actresses we know who are kind of actresses and also fight.
Can also fight, though. You know who I think would be really cool? Becky Lynch from WWE would be a great Batwoman. Man, she is tough as nails. If you guys don't want, I mean, my lady's super into that woman, and for rightfully so. She's fucking awesome. So WWE fans, I'm saying Becky Lynch for the new Batwoman right there. Is my girlfriend watching still? Woman, speak up in the chat if you are. She's gonna hit me later for calling her woman. Okay, I don't have the name here, but whoever it is said, I think Michael B. Jordan would be interesting as a younger version of Batman. Maybe pull a Batman Beyond as another standalone type movie like Joker's. Michael B. Jordan's the other name that's kind of thrown around a lot to be this, to be that.
To be everybody.
Yeah, to be everybody. And honestly, yeah, Michael B. Jordan would probably be a great Batman. Like a younger Batman. I feel like he could pull it off. Would I want him to do it? Probably not, though. That's just the thing. Do I agree he would be good? Yeah, but the Batman Beyond one would be good.
I think I think Batman Beyond is where it clicks more
it could be Terry, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I feel like he could step into Bruce Wayne and make it great, but I just can't imagine it. If that makes any sense.
Well, Terry is someone who does come from more of the rougher side of the tracks, and I think Michael B. Jordan could pull that off really well in filling in the mantle. He would be doing his Adonis Creed. Yeah, but I do agree with that. Whoever had that question, sorry I wasn't able to capture your name there in time, but thank you for contributing here. Tree Crew 27 says no one can be a better Batman than Christian Bale. I feel like people have kind of forgotten that Christian Bale is an amazing Batman. He's such a great Bruce Wayne. The thing is, he did Batman Begins, and he's incredible in that film. And then he does Dark Knight, which I still think he's great in, but everyone knows he's outshined by Heath Ledger. And then in Dark Knight Rises, I think he does a great job in it as well. But you've kind of just expected him to do his job there. Yeah. But if you go back to Batman Begins, it always reminds you, like, damn, he is a great Bruce Wayne and a great Batman. He really is.
Mm-hmm. And because of how long ago, like that's the first movie in that series, and its scale is just not as huge as the other ones. I feel like it's kind of easy to forget about his performance in that particular movie. Because you've got a lot of set pieces from the sequels to worry about.
True, that's true. That's very true. John Saucy Boy. We just answered his, didn't we? Yes, we did. And what else do we got here? Oh,
Justin. But
he asked 2 questions.
Felt.
Do you think Affleck could come? Maybe, since it's a young backman. We already answered that one. And he also said, "Have you guys seen the teaser for Boys with Carl Urban? Any interest? Because I think it'll be great." Guys, we are gonna do a live reaction here. Here we go. I went to Twitter, not YouTube. Boys with Carl Urban. The Boys. Carl Urban. All right, live reaction time. Make sure to sync up with us. This video is now demonetized. Wow. Whoa, this looks cool. Is this a superhero show?
No idea. It kind of looks like it.
Whoa! What the fuck? What is this show? This is like a Watchmen vibe.
Yeah.
One is supporting the 7 brave heroes who put themselves in harm's way each and every day for us.
Fuck the 7.
Cool.
Wow.
Cool. I've never heard of this.
That looks interesting.
That looks cool. It does have like a, not the slow, self-indulgent, melancholy, somber tone of Watchmen.
It's got the snappy, punchy, like edgy rhythm about it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's like what is that, like a satire or something like that? It seems
I mean, it may very well be kind of deconstructive in a way.
I feel like Carl Urban is just the most underrated badass of all time.
His name came to mind when I was thinking about
great Batman too. Like he's so underrated.
And that's a guy who I gotta for some reason when Dredd happened, it really stood out to me that he was like, no, I don't want to take the mask off the whole movie. Like that's how the character ought to be. And something about that, I was like, good on you, Carl Urban. And also, you could totally play like a Batman type character because he's got the weight and the gruff, and he's also got a bit of a, an older, like he's not an old guy, but he's been around.
Yeah.
He's clearly, capable of kicking an ass.
I've never heard of this, but that like visually for, there's a lot of the streaming war talk going on, and I feel like Amazon's really gearing up to like really be a major factor here, because especially with looking at the budget for this and the effects, it looks great. Like this looks like my kind of show, just a hard R snappy fucking rhythm. There's even some elements that kind of had like a little bit of a horror aesthetic in its visual flair.
Oh yeah, I mean it was an intriguing trailer because it's just a montage, and it makes you wonder at first, like is that guy like a real superhero? And then finally when like that truck crashes into the girl, you're like,
they kind of look like bad guys.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And it's just a nice trailer in general, because I'm sitting here going, I don't know what the context really is of any of this, but the tone and characters in the world all looks like really cool and appealing, and sort of like maybe dark and sinister a little bit, but also like fun and edgy, and
well, wow.
And I appreciate when people do that with villainy, because villainy is scary, so that makes a lot of sense.
Brandon Parks says Affleck can be an older Batman in a Nightwing movie. Absolutely agree. What the fuck's happening with that Nightwing movie? Is that canned?
It's just waiting for you.
Just canned. It's exciting when DC has official release dates.
I don't like at this point, whatever goodwill they build, I still won't believe anything they say until it's like coming out.
Until
until it's about to hit the theater near me.
Oh man, I think we covered everything here.
Got everybody's super
chat. Did we get? Is there anyone we missed? I don't think we missed anyone's super chat here. We want to make sure on that. Anyway, guys, all right, we're gonna wrap this up in literally like 5 minutes, because I got some Patreon things to handle right now. And just so you guys know, starting next week, we're gonna be experimenting. We're gonna be doing like for certain shows like My Hero Academia, Supernatural. I'm gonna be uploading my last full length TV show reaction watch along. It's one with the time code you got to sing for Attack on Titan. Fully caught up on Attack on Titan. That's going to be going up sometime on the weekend. But then next week, starting up One Man Punch, Punch the One Guy. That's the show.
One Punch Man.
I'm going to be starting that up, and I'll be doing 10-minute cuts for the reaction part as well. We're doing 10-minute cuts for Supernatural and My Hero Academia starting up next week. And then the other shows will be just full-length watch-alongs as well. So, hell yeah, guys. But yeah, anything else that we want to go over really quick for the next 5 minutes? Because we got some things to get organized on our end before my guest shows up.
You know, Dan Stevens could be a cool Batman.
Man, you're really on the Dreamcasting hype right now, huh? Dan Stevens,
Just throwing names out. I don't know. We're talking about this dude.
Yeah,
and people keep throwing out names.
Well, people are dropping off the live stream so fast.
Oh, sorry.
Who will be the last man standing if we can just get it down to one more person?
That's the
one person just left.
That's the comment I want to start seeing is instead of first, I just want to see somebody comment last and have that truly be the last comment.
Oh, also, there is a Hobbs and Shaw trailer coming out tomorrow. And since Universal can be kind of dickish about blocking or definitely demonetizing your video instantaneously, yeah, we're not going to be as because, you know, sometimes we're up bright and fucking early. I take about 30 minutes at least to just make sure I look alert and I'm sharp enough on camera. So if we're a little late to that, it's because I just don't care as much, just so you guys know. But we will definitely be covering it tomorrow, okay? Just giving you guys a heads up. I'm kind of, you know, I'll admit that I'm a little excited to check out that trailer. One of the John Wick directors and Jason Statham and The Rock going at it. Like, that sounds cool. Idris Elba is a bad guy. I'm pretty interested in it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty interested in it.
It sounds like it'll be a lot of fun.
Roman Reigns is in Hobbs and Shaw? Really? I'll know what shirt I'm wearing.
Roman Reigns.
I don't have a Roman Reigns shirt, do I?
Oh, wrestler Roman Reigns, yeah.
Wait, no, I do have I do have a Roman Reigns shirt. That's the one we cover right now, Roman Reigns.
No, you have
God damn, Lene, what the hell is it?
Oh, come on, he's got like just
and
a
he's got the Mark
name.
Maron voice.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
I have a Seth Rollins shirt.
Yeah.
There we go. We figured it out.
We did it. Hey, congratulations on that hot dog couch time.
Anyway, and also Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. Get ready for a lot of uploads, guys. Get ready for a lot. I should play Batman.
You'd be a good Batman, and I could be Robin.
Yeah, you should be Alfred.
Thanks, man. I have gray hair coming in, so that's perfect.
You should be Alfred. Yeah, that'd be great. You'd be a great Alfred.
I'll stay at home and clean up the cave for you.
Oh, I'm talking comics, Alfred. Fucking, you know. I don't know.
I'll pop in the background of a panel and say "sir" a lot.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for being here. And John could definitely do British. John, show Amy O'Neill, your fangirl over here.
Well, now I'm on the spot. You know, it's like I don't know if I'm going to do a good job. And then you're going to say, "Don't look at me," because you know you're going to highlight the ways in which I'm getting uncomfortable, and then you're going to make me more self-conscious and uncomfortable by doing so. I know, because I'm concentrating really fucking hard because I haven't done this accent in a while, and I've heard a lot of different British folks and like I've heard a lot of Irish people talk lately. So like sometimes my accents will get messed up because of that.
Hey, see. Amy likes it.
I love the Scarecrow. I would love to play that character someday.
Oh, man, you would love the Scarecrow interpretation on the Gotham show as well. All right, guys. Well, we're going to log off right now. Thank you so much for being here. Who do you think could be the next Batman? Put it in the comments below. Make sure to get Stuckmanized today. I give this live stream 3 out of 5 schmoes. I would say
buy it on Blu-ray.
I would buy this live stream on Blu-ray. Beyond the Trailer is also a channel. Woo! What other channels do we watch?
Does I'm Dante say anything specific?
He's
I think
the best.
He just has energy.
He's the best.
Shay,
and,
go watch Shay Reacts.
Much love to all you guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye, man.